So I'm the Director of Criminal Justice at the University of Canterbury, and my name's Jared Gilbert. The Criminal Justice program at the University of Canterbury is unique. You can't study it anywhere else in the country. And it's also unique within the university because it spreads itself across a number of different faculties. So you get science, law, and arts. Perhaps the greatest thing about the degree is that, well, it gives you a broad liberal arts-like degree. It's also got specificity, so you specialise toward a vocation, and that is jobs within criminal justice, which are so many and varied, whether it be police or within corrections, within policy. It's the greatest thing is that the diversity of the work that you can do with a criminal justice degree. So you can start pretty gently in the program and do a certificate of criminal justice just to get a taste of things. You can of course do the full degree, the BCJ, which takes you through a 3-year program, and after that we've got a taught master's program, so you do a number of papers, 4 papers, and then a 20,000 word dissertation, and that gets you right into the heart of things and of course makes you incredibly attractive to the job market. Because what we're training students to achieve and the jobs that we're putting them into, the personalities, different personalities and different skill sets all have a place within the criminal justice degree. So whether you want to be a frontline police officer or whether you want to be a wonk studying statistics and making great policy in Wellington, the criminal justice degree has something that fits all skill sets and all personalities. Well, I started university studying philosophy and English actually, and found myself moving into sociology. And when the criminal justice degree began at the university, I started to work in that. And the reason for it is I find it deeply fascinating, and most people do. Issues around crime and justice dominate the news for a lot of reasons. One is that because it's incredibly important, but 2, because it's deeply interesting. People are fascinated in these things, yet our understandings of them tend to be quite elementary. So a lot of people watching this will have heard the term life sentence without knowing what a life sentence is. It doesn't mean necessarily you spend your entire life in prison, but it means that you're monitored for your entire life. So here we've got such simple terminology, something that we often read about in the media or see on the telly, and yet even here we have very little understanding. The criminal justice degree gives students a breadth of knowledge that is just can't be offered anywhere else, isn't offered anywhere else, and hence it's incredibly invaluable. Some common skills that will be taught in the criminal justice degree are somewhat generic, right? So the ability to communicate both orally and in writing is valuable across any disciplines. But the key for the criminal justice degree really is what a very famous sociologist called the sociological imagination. And what we teach you is the tools to not just look at what's in front of you, what's just presented in the media, but what's behind that to truly understand it. It's like seeing the world in entirely new ways. And that is an incredibly exciting thing to do, not only for an individual's understanding of the world, but indeed how we tackle really difficult problems. And those attributes are what make getting a job with a criminal justice degree incredibly easy. So you can start at a fairly simple level and do the certificate in criminal justice, which just takes 1 year, or you can go in more depth and do a 3-year degree, which will take you into all facets of the criminal justice system in New Zealand and some of the really challenging and big issues in crime and justice in New Zealand. And if you graduate from there's a master's program, a taught master's program that's available that runs over 3 semesters, so a year and a bit, and you take 4 papers in real detail and write a dissertation of 20,000 words, and whereby you'll become, in a narrow area, a real expert in a specific subject. And after that, of course, you've got a PhD.